A lot of people who are new to lucid dreaming might ask, what is the best and easiest induction method? And the truth is, a lot of techniques have been developed throughout the years and tested to induce lucid dreams. And since we all have very unique minds, I've found that different things work for different people. And what's important is that you're consistent and you try different things and you make it a practice instead of just a one-time pass or fail. So, having said that, I've always thought that the mild technique is a good place to start. As long as you keep trying, there's really no wrong way to do it, and eventually you'll succeed. The mild technique stands for the mnemonic induction of a lucid dream. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can rehearse a dream and visualize becoming lucid as you're falling asleep, while simultaneously repeating a mantra or an affirmation, or setting an intention as you go to sleep. Again, find what works for you. But some examples of some affirmations you can say are, next time I'm dreaming, I will remember that I'm dreaming. Or, I will have a lucid dream tonight. Or, I will remember my dreams tonight, if you want to start there. For best results, you can combine it with a wake back to bed method, which is basically where you set your alarm after a couple hours and wake up for a few minutes and then go back to sleep, performing your mild affirmations or visualizations. Of course, it can do very well as a standalone method. It's very reliable and versatile, and it can lead to amazing dream experiences. The good thing about mild is you just need a few minutes before you go to bed, and it works well alone, but it works best when combined with different things such as wake back to bed. And a quick tip about consistency, one of the biggest pitfalls people have when they're trying to lucid dream for a week or two, they decide it's not working, and maybe they'll switch to another method or just completely give up. Instead of switching from method to method and think that nothing's working for you, it's important to understand that lucid dreaming is a skill. It's like working out at the gym. We're all naturals to an extent, but with any mental or physical practice, it takes consistency and practice to make perfect. The mind needs time to internalize what you're trying to learn before it can give you good results. So even though you might not have your lucid dream for the first few weeks or even months, just affirm to yourself that you are making progress. Be patient. Practice and consistency are extremely important with mild especially. So to get the best results, try it every night. Even if you wake up in the morning with no lucid dreams, don't think of it as a failure. You did the mild, you did the hard part of your practice. That is a success. Your lucid dreams will come once your mind begins to internalize it. So let's get into the preparation. What exactly does mild look like? Set aside at least 5 minutes just before you go to bed to perform the mild technique. If you want the best results, give it a little more time, like 10 to 20 minutes. Just do it as you're falling asleep, right as you're getting bed and laying down. So mild is a very mental practice. It's important to make your attempt as you're feeling relaxed and free of your daily worries and nagging thoughts. So if you're a meditator, or even if you're not a meditator, take a second to just meditate, let go of your thoughts, and clear your mind before you go to sleep. This will help a lot. So the next part depends on how easily you fall asleep. Some people fall asleep quickly, like 10 minutes. Some people are more on the insomniac side and take a while, and mild might even keep them up trying to say the affirmations or visualizations. That's why, like I said, everyone's different. Different things work for different people. So try just lying down, get comfortable as usual, and as you're falling asleep, you don't have to worry about keeping it up to the last moment until you fall asleep, because like I said, that could keep you awake. But just do it as you're falling asleep. Keep your mind on it for at least 5 minutes before letting yourself drop off into unconsciousness. If you're the type who falls asleep really fast as soon as your head hits the pillows, you might not want to lie down right away. Maybe sit up for a little bit and then slowly ease into it, keeping your mild going, keeping your affirmations going. Ease into it and say your mantras or even visualize until the very last crescent of consciousness. So, depending on what kind of sleeper you are, find what works for you. What's important is that you're actually taking that time to incubate or plant the seed in your head about having a lucid dream or remembering your dreams, or whatever you want your intention to be. So once you've settled down your mind and you're comfortable, turn your attention to lucid dreaming. This is when you go from the affirmations to the visualizations. You can try to recall a recent dream in as much detail as you can. Try to go back there. Imagine yourself exploring the dream like you've been lucid in it this time. Conscious. Believe that you're there. You can switch it up. You don't have to imagine the same thing every time. Don't be afraid to change it up, use a different dream memory, or imagine new things. You can even do this during the day to boost your mild, just like practice daydreaming in the middle of the day. Daydream yourself into a lucid dream. This is good to help build up the visualization and creative skills, which are not only good for mild, but just dream control in general. So if you need some help working on your visualization, do this. And as always, affirmations are always good throughout the day as well, so incorporate that. Using auto-suggestions or mantras, either alone or with the visualization, will help you induce using mild. Remember that the mind listens, and it will give you results based on what you're telling yourself. So be specific, be intentional, such as, I will remember my dreams, or I will have many lucid dreams, or I am a natural lucid dreamer. This method is pretty simple, and it can be really powerful once it's mastered. Anyone can master it if you put in the work and the time to practice. You can do mild while exploring other methods to find what really works best for you. Typically, I recommend doing mild for at least 2 months, pair it with some wake back to bed and some reality checks, and of course, dream journaling. The mild technique works on what we call our prospective memory. That is our ability to remember to do something in the future. By repeating a phrase that you will remember that you're dreaming, it forms that intention in your mind that later when you're sleeping, you will still remember that you're dreaming. So there are other ways to help work on your perspective memory as well. One of them is practicing setting targets to try to remember things in the future. So this perspective memory technique that I'm about to go over is really great for somebody using reality checks as well. Perspective memory works almost like a code or a script. So you assign, if or when this happens, then I will perform this action. For example, if I see something weird or unusual or a dream sign of mine, then I will do a reality check to see that I'm dreaming. So you program yourself to remember that in the future or next time you see a dream sign. And because you want to remind your future self to do that reality check in that moment, you take a second to mindfully plant the seed. Even go as far as imagining the next time you will see that dream sign and do that reality check. Practice that visualization. And then you're more likely to do that reality check at your desired target and later when you see that target in your dream, which will lead to lucidity every time. So what you can do is daily decide on like 4 things that when you experience them, you will do a reality check. This can be looking in the mirror, getting in the car, hearing a dog bark. Like I said, use your dream signs, something that pops up in your dreams a lot. Many people say it works when they set targets early in the morning. Just write down 4 things that will trigger your reality check. And then throughout the day, try to notice those things. And each time you see the thing you remembered, do your reality check. Try to use different targets every day to increase the chances of doing a reality check in your dreams. So basically, that's the point of it, is you want to trigger this habit to carry over into your dream space. This is more like an ongoing training exercise, not really a pass-fail. So if you miss a target, don't beat yourself up. Just do the reality check and then try to catch the next target. A bonus thing you can do in between targets is trying to build a muscle memory of recalling your dream by recalling your day as it's happening between targets. So this is really good for your dream recall. So what you can do is between your reality check targets, try to remember what you did from now to the last target. Trace your memory backwards. This skill will carry over into your dream space. It builds dream recall and incubates lucidity at the same time. Trust me, once you're having long lucid dreams, this skill comes in handy as it becomes hard to remember the whole dream while you're in it and you're having this really long lucid dream. So this is more for more advanced lucid dreamers, but it's never too late to practice working on your perspective memories, going forward and backwards. When it comes to lucid dreaming, you're training your consciousness, so your memory and attention exercises and meditations are always beneficial. When it comes to lucid dreaming and reality checks, it's a skill, not a pass-fail test. So count your successes, practice mild, practice your memory targets, and the key is to make it a part of your daily routine and make it mindful, rather than just a practice on autopilot or an alarm on your phone that triggers you to do a reality check. It's not as effective. Make it intentional and be consistent, and that will get you into the dream world. Try out these methods, and if it works for you, or if you find something that does work for you, hit us up on Instagram, follow us, and tune in for more episodes this week of the Dream World podcast.